Oh, yeah. All right. Hello. Nicole's in the house. Good to see Nicole. Hey.
Good evening, everyone. Today is Tuesday, the 1st of March, and I'd like to welcome everyone to Craft Beer Blab. We got an exciting show. Is that James?
I'm here.
Yep, James from Bro Basket is in the house.
James.
We got my trusty co-host, Jonah, right, I assume, right below me. I don't know where it is for everyone else, but on my screen.
I think so.
And then we got, in the fourth seat right now, we got Dan Bloomberg. Thanks, Dan, for joining in. Love having you.
Come on, Dan.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks Dan K and Nicole Whitty and everybody else over on the chat side there. Thanks for joining in. I do appreciate everyone coming on. Go ahead and tweet this out to your friends and post on Facebook and all that kind of good stuff. Blab has been having some, I don't know, they've been upgrading. So I don't know what the deal is. I saw some tweets that they upgraded their UX where supposedly you're going to be able to see who is on. So like potentially other people in other rooms would be able to see that we're on here somehow. I don't know. I don't see it on my end, but maybe other people do.
Yeah, it depends on, like we said before. Like in my office, I see a completely different UX than when I'm on my laptop. For example, you get the tweet the last 30 seconds, which is something we don't see here. Also, too, it does show the people that I'm following that are they're either online or there's a small camera icon if they're live. So it's interesting. So I mean, like I said, I mean, good, bad, and indifferent. I know they're feeling the heat for trying to improve this platform, but either way, so I don't know.
Right.
At any rate,
it's the site that we use for the show, so we're kind of at their mercy with what they do. I know that we were having some weird issues with scheduled shows not showing up or showing up in weird ways and all that kind of stuff. So, they're in beta, and we kind of choose to play in their sandbox. So it is what it is. So, Jonah, how has your day been going?
It's been great. I've got a trade show that I'm getting ready to go to next weekend. I'm going to be down in Florida, Florida, Amelia Island, going down there for the Concours de Elegance. So it's actually going to be a big hoodoo, super zoot, high-profile, cool car show. So
Nice.
I'll be tweeting and posting really cool pictures of like hypercars. They're not like really cool extreme cars. I don't know. Who cares? But that's what I'll be doing. I don't know. How about you, Nella? What's going on?
Just hanging in there, getting ready for today's show. There wasn't a whole lot going on as far as news around here. But I do want to remind people that if they are so inclined, they can join in on the post. Let me throw that link up there. And this is basically, I send out an email about once a week just to remind people that we're having this show and who's on and that type of thing. So if you're not on Twitter and you want to know, that's the way to get some info. And then also we have a Facebook group that hopefully we'll get some trades set up there as far as beer trades with people from other areas. Through the link up there, as well as we can try to keep a little bit of conversation going. We've been talking about this Madness Craft Beer Blab bracket, which I feel bad about because I haven't nailed down anything about it, and here we are the first day of March. But we'll try to get something going with that so that we can every week come back with something to vote on.
You got time. It's okay. We'll cut you some slack. Don't worry.
Kind of. Yeah, I guess we can.
Actually, you know what? I do have a hot topic. I did tweet this out a few days ago. I don't know if you folks have been following this, but our good friends at Oscar Blues, they've unrolled a huge announcement, and I'm actually pretty excited about this. I don't know if many of you have tried tasted beers from cask brewing or cask, I should say. It's barrel aging is really the appropriate term. But our folks from Oscar Blues, they rolled out a major barrel aging program,
Yeah.
which is going to be pretty significant. So I feel like that's something that they've had for quite a long time, and is going to be, I think, a pretty big game changer for especially someone like Oscar Blues. It's really, I feel, making a significant impact out there in the craft brewing industry these days.
Right. But I think, so from what I've read in the article, they've been kind of secretly doing a barrel aging program. This year, this past, was it 3 months or 6 months? They grew it. They'll be sending out a lot of they're actually be canning and sending it out rather than just in their tap rooms. So it's really exciting. And then that kind of leads me to next week's show, March 8th show. We are actually a worker from Oscar Blues, Jonathan. He will be here, so we can talk to him all about Oscar Blues, what's going on at Oscar Blues. So I got the link for that show. If anyone wants to subscribe to that early, go ahead, as well as a link for Oscar Blues. And then I do have one hot topic that I wanted to touch base upon.
Yep.
And it seems like we talk about craft beers, so the smaller beer companies and the more indie beers, I guess you could say. There's this huge merger that is kind of going on between Ab InBev, which we kind of know them more as Anheuser-Busch, Budweiser. So Ab InBev is kind of merging or buying Miller, SAB Miller. And this is on the worldwide scale. And so what I read about today is that in part of that buyout, they're actually going to sell off the Chinese portion of Miller to the Chinese government. Yeah.
What are you talking about? Miller? Come on, what the?
What?
This is a limited edition can. It has to make it easier.
Right. Holy crap. No. What that does to me is it just kind of opens my mind more to that it's such a global company.
Right.
Just go on Blab. I am.
That
Sorry.
There's such a huge global company that when they do, and they have been buying craft beer breweries, I don't know. I still don't know how I feel about it. We've talked about it in the past. I don't mind people selling out as long as their stuff is good, but
well, I mean, like I said, it's twofold. I know that we can always say that the bottom line is the bottom line, and numbers are numbers, and you and I both have had this conversation before. If somebody's gonna tap you on the shoulder and say, "Hey, Gunner, I want to write you a big check to take over, Craft Beer Blab," you're gonna be like, "Okay, game on."
right.
It's apples, exactly. It's apples and oranges. Exactly. And yeah, exactly. Thank you, Bro Basket, coming to bat for me.
Yeah.
Again, it's a double-edged sword. I don't want to necessarily say that it's a bad idea. I know that in some respects it's not necessarily a good idea. I know that we've been often, criticizing. Well, I mean, the very, very first example that we brought up back quite a while ago, which continues to be a topic of conversation, is Ballast Point. I mean, just ridiculous amounts of payout to kind of do what they're doing. And again, let's talk Super Bowl. Everyone wants to hate on Budweiser. I mean, you know what? If I was an exec at Budweiser, I'd be a really happy guy because after that Super Bowl, let's face it, they made a shitload of money off of I can't count how many different endorsements that they did get. And I think the underlying fact that we're talking about here is that a lot of people don't realize, what truly constitutes craft beer. And I'm not talking about how much quantities or gallons or any of that horse shit that's brewed. It's just plain and simple. Like, the perception of is my left hand a craft beer or is my right hand a craft beer? It's like, who really gives a shit at the end of the day? I think the reality it's marketing 101. It's who can wrap, who can wrap that bag of dog shit, make it look more appealing, and people go, oh my God, it's the greatest beer ever. I mean, I don't want to necessarily hate on some of the aftermarket supposed craft beers, but it is what it is. I mean, you talk to some of our friends and colleagues that may not necessarily be seasoned, craft beer aficionados, and again, it's almost a joke. It's like what their guidelines are of, hey, you gotta stock the fridge with some craft beers. You're like, whoa, it's okay. And Nicole, I just want to say, hey man, this is you. Yeah, don't hate on Jonah D. The big reason why I did grab this is there's a designer can. So if you caught that tweet, again, this is truly, it could potentially be. Oh, just kidding. Anyway.
At least drink it out of the bottle.
Yeah. Well, that was a couple shows ago. That was
keep it classy.
Yeah,
exactly. That's the hide my epic pouring skills. If you want to see a serious 5-head pour, I think you could probably get it in one of these cans. It's a whole nother conversation. Anyway,
shameful.
Seriously.
Exactly.
So again, that's definitely. It almost sounds like it could be a show in itself. So yes, let's keep on track. And you got any more in the queue there for me?
I don't. Does anybody else have any sort of news, beer news to go down? Occupy this.
I'm here to learn from you guys.
I will say, I just made a walleye chowder the other night that included a little bit of Summit EPA in the recipe.
Nice.
Not the craftiest of craft beers, but it's a nice mild EPA to include into a nice chowder.
No, you know what? I love Summit Extra Pale Ale. That is one of my solid go-to beers. You know what? They make a good solid beer, and they're crafty enough. They're a regional brewery, but they're not on the same level as Anheuser-Busch. I don't think they're even as big as like Sierra Nevada or New Belgium.
No, you can't even get Summit out in California.
Right.
It's a shame.
They make an awesome. I think almost all the beers that I've had from them have been great, and they do a great series. Their Unchained series is a lot smaller, so they have their brewers. So I don't know how many brewers that they have, but their brewers, they say, okay, well, here, come up with a recipe, brew it, and we'll bottle it and sell it. It's a limited release, but we'll do it. And so they're allowing their brewers to be creative instead of, okay, well, we got to sell so many cases or so many millions of gallon barrels of Summit Extra Pale Ale, India Pale Ale, and all that kind of stuff. So,
where is Summit out of?
Summit's out of St. Paul, Minnesota.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find them.
This is where I'm from, the Twin Cities.
Okay. Not a bad place.
Craft beer meccas of the United States. But
Nice.
So, let's see. Do you have anything else, Jonah? You want to?
I'm really happy that you're wearing that awesome Surly hat, and I just hope that you send me some cooking supplies. I need to get into some serious cooking. Seriously.
I still have a box of cooking supplies to send you.
I'm dying. Exactly. Look at Nicole. She's the sideline Gestapo. She's cracking the whip. Let's get into it.
Yeah. Let's get into Bro Basket.
Oh my
God.
God.
Thank you for coming on. What is?
Welcome. I'm here.
Hello.
I'm here.
You here?
Okay, we can. Yeah. So
I can hear.
my baskets is our up and coming line of baskets for women. Nice. See that. Okay, so backstory. Last week when I was talking about we were having Bro Baskets on, I was like, and I was trying to be honest. I don't know if it's sexist or not, because I wanted to be respectful of the women fans that we have out there. And so I was like, you know, we're having bro baskets on. They make baskets, and they're targeting men. I said, I don't know if having it on is going to be, you know, disrespectful to any of the women listeners out there. And so Nicole,
About a third of our baskets go to women.
nice. Well, see, and that's
So-
what I'm kind of thinking is that a lot of, in looking at your basket, a lot of them could go either way. I mean,
Mhm.
craft beer baskets, there's lots of craft beer lovers that are women. And so, but tell us a story about bro baskets. Here, let me throw the link up to your site.
So it's kind of a cool concept, I guess. We're one of the few people out there that offer, you know, alcohol gift baskets geared towards, you know, men, and they are customizable and whatnot. But it kind of started as a MBA class project, as an idea of, you know, women get flowers, but what do you get men? You know, when you want to get men something, you just show, you know, you appreciate them. And one of the class members said, you know, why not a bucket of beer? And so it kind of all started from there. This is almost 3 years ago. And we took that little idea and turned it into a business that specializes in getting men their favorite thing, alcohol. And we actually move a lot of beer. You know, we have to sell everything. But I'd say most of the beer that we sell in our baskets is craft beer. We are in California, so actually all the craft beer in our baskets is Californian. Brewed in California.
Nice.
Nice.
Excellent. So have you run into problems with having to ship beer to other places, or no problems with that whatsoever?
Oh yeah, there's legalities with it when it comes to shipping things in other places. You know, there's a couple states we call, you know, hell no states. We just don't ship alcohol related stuff to, and so it's difficult because we love to have everyone be able to experience the stuff we sell. Some of our beers you can't get elsewhere, and some people like that to be able to send their friend that's really into craft beer. You know, a craft beer tasting kit or ultimate gift for men that has, you know, a selection from different breweries and stuff. And people like that kind of angle to be able to kind of sample stuff that they haven't had before.
Right. Well, that's awesome. I see your craft beer tasting kit is looks like it goes for $82.49. That comes with the tasting glasses and a flight, as well as some extra good. Who puts together your baskets? I mean, who comes up with I guess the ideas of, okay, well, what are we going to put in this basket and
What we do. I mean, we right here we put together ideas. I actually make a lot of the baskets. There's, you know, a handful of us here that do them, and we actually put out you know, almost upwards of 1,000 orders last month. You know, and so we're pretty busy around here, and so we just need a good beer at the end of the day after you know, working out here. So we you know, come up with ideas and always looking for new ideas. We had someone that wanted Pliny the Elder in their basket the other day, and we tried to track it down, but it was easier said than done.
Right. Yeah. That's a tough one to get. Let's see here. Nicole Whitty says, I see a lot of chocolate on the website.
That's a good thing. So I see that you guys have a little fun with things. I see the zombie obliteration kit. That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously there's the spirit thing, the beer thing, the wine thing. What kind of prompted the zombie obliteration kit? Nice.
That's more like one of the things that I kind of put together. I don't think necessarily something that we think will sell great, but people like it, and it creates you know, a conversation. It's a good conversation piece. Hopefully people buy it, I don't know, but it has a really cool thing in there called a zombie hammer. It's a solid piece of steel that weighs like 5 pounds. That's handmade by these guys out in Arizona. Really cool. And so I saw that, and, you know, we got to make a basket out of it. And so that's kind of how some of our ideas come about. We see something cool, or we say, hey, people order this a lot or ask about this a lot. So we put something together that's cool. And so that's
awesome.
That's from there.
Yeah, that's excellent. And you know, again, obviously, it seems like, you know, you're catering to a number of different palates. I mean, obviously, you know, again, for the viewers out there, whether you're watching on replay or live, They don't necessarily have to be, again, alcohol related. There are, I guess if you call them boozeless offerings, of course, which are, obviously baskets that aren't necessarily, alcohol related, which is kind of cool. So that's kind of a good alternative, especially if you're sending folks that aren't, willing to partake in those kinds of things. So I think that's a great idea. That's awesome.
Right.
For sure.
I love it. Go on.
So you do.
They got a health nut. They got a health nut. The CrossFit gift. I love it. There's whey protein and muscle milk.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Well,
fantastic.
So like I said, we can't ship alcohol to every state, and so we're trying harder at having stuff for people that can't get alcohol shipped to them.
Right.
That's funny. That's funny.
So are you always on the lookout for new items to put in potential baskets? I mean, like you just said that what did you call that? That knife or
Zombie hammer.
It looks like
it was.
Zombie.
A guy emailed us and he was like, "This would be cool in a blow basket," and I said, "Yes, it would be." And so, a few minutes later, we had one. It's one of those things.
I love it.
Well, we just on our other show, Bike Chat, we just helped out a guy get his Kickstarter funded, and he does handmade leather bags, like for lack of a better term, man purse. And in seeing something like the Zombie Hammer, I thought, well, this guy's bags might be another item that could be put into a gift bag.
Yeah.
I mean, they're handmade. They're pricey, but Joe and I could get you in touch with him, and see if you're interested.
It's a satchel, right?
Right.
Yeah, everybody needs a satchel, though. I mean, you got to put your things in something.
Right. Well, I mean, even like if it was a special zombie obliteration kit, all the Rick Grimes had a bag on his side, and
there you go.
All the zombie fighters have to carry something somewhere. So
that's awesome. I think that's a great idea, and I think the beauty of this gift is that I was telling my wife earlier. I love it. I think it's a great idea. In fact, I stumbled across it on Twitter, and I just said, man, these guys get it. They're putting together, I think, clever gifts. I mean, too many people just give bullshit, and it's like if you get
people give bullshit.
Well, no, you guys definitely give. I mean, but I mean,
yeah.
as I said earlier on this week, I was, again, I mentioned that you may have caught the tweet. I was just going through your site, and it's like, I genuinely, I didn't really find many of the offerings that I wouldn't be like stoked to get as like a gift. So I think that the awesome thing is, I think maybe the challenge for yourself, and maybe even I can bounce out, because I know Nicole would love to get in and kind of chime in a little bit from the ladies' perspective, and honestly I'd love to kind of get some of her perspective, but I'm gonna jump out here in a few minutes. I'll let her jump in, but again, you guys are doing some great things. I think it's an awesome idea.
Well, thank you.
I'm gonna jump out really quick. I'm gonna let Nicole in here, and I'll jump right back in.
While he's jumping out, I'd just like to say the ultimate spiked coffee gift basket is right up my alley. I like to say
one of my partners chimed in the back there. What's your address?
I'd love to give it to you, not over the air, not recorded.
Yeah, that's it's one thing. We think it's a cool idea. We put it up there. It's not too hard to put stuff together. So sometimes we put up ideas if they work. We'll keep them. If they don't, we'll take them. At the end of the day. Yeah.
I think that's a great idea. A great way to do it is come up. I mean, it doesn't. Obviously, it would cost something to get the items for the basket, but if they don't sell, then you can easily pull them down off of the site.
It's the beauty of the internet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you have like a best-selling basket?
Oh yeah, our over the holidays, our ultimate gift for men, which is all craft beer, did great. California Craft Sampler is probably our number one seller, and all it is a selection of 4 beers from a couple handful of California craft breweries here. We wish we could carry more. We actually had a better selection when we first started, but we found it's very hard to stock tons of beers when you have a limited space in the warehouse, and also sell alcohol as well as a number of things. So I'm a big beer guy, and I wish we could offer more beers, but we're limited.
Hi, Nicole. Thanks for joining in.
I didn't think I was going to have to hand up, but like no makeup and bad lighting, and I just woke up from a nap not too long ago, but oh well. Yes, so yes, we had like a big discussion about, that I seem to be the only solo beer gal that comes on during the live show. And so I was kind of nervous about it being a bro basket and not necessarily one for broads. I don't mind being called a broad.
Maybe we should make them called the broad basket.
Yeah, I like broad basket instead of bra basket.
Yeah, I'm sure no one will take offense to broad basket.
Oh, no. No, but like you were saying that, so you guys all had MBA, so nobody has is from any kind of alcohol industry, like no beer industry, wine, or anything like that?
No, which is, I've lots of businesses. This is my 6th business. I actually have another business that's semi-related. But it's kind of interesting because most businesses fail when one or all the people don't have management level experience in that business. Uh-huh. And so we had a big learning curve basically, and luckily we had just enough money to kind of get out of that curve and start making money and make a real business. So it's interesting to say that we all just enjoy beer and as well as other spirits and things like that. So it's been an interesting ride so far.
I was just thinking because of the choices for the baskets, I didn't know if you actually. I looked on the website. It is mainly like larger name kind of beers. I know you did have the California basket that has some California brews in there. I didn't know if you had anybody searching like any kind of craft breweries around in the area for specific kind to try to get do a little business with like a small business to get there.
Oh no, we do. One of the breweries we carry is Surf Brewery, which is here locally out of Ventura, California. But we actually went to every brewery in our area, there's like 20 of them, I think, at this point. And so we actually tried a beer in every single place, which I frequent a lot of breweries around here. That's my favorite kind of beer, is stuff local. But we found the hard way that you can't sell growlers of beer, you have to be canned or bottled. And so one of the only places in town, Figueroa Mountain and Surf Brewing, they bottle their beers, and so we were able to actually sell their beers. And so we still do, to this day.
That's awesome. And I mean, and you do wine baskets too. I didn't see, for California, I didn't see too many wine baskets. I was surprised.
We have a smattering, I guess you'd call it, of wine baskets, but all of the wine we carry is also from California. A lot of it locally, Santa Barbara, Ventura County, Northern California kind of stuff. But I don't know. People like booze. People like beer. I mean, that's what they buy.
Yeah.
So we get the people they want. That's what we say. Give the people what they want.
Right. And you know what, Nicole? I mean, I can definitely see that conversation both ways. Obviously, Gunnar. Nicole. Maybe. I mean, we're here on the East Coast. I mean, obviously, upstate New York. I mean, we're pretty well known for our wines and whatnot. But yeah, I mean, I don't necessarily know if I'd want a wine basket, but one of the conversations, and Gunnar, this is probably a good idea, is there's just I mean, upstate New York, for example. I mean, there's just a ton. There's Iron Smoke Whiskey, there's Black Button. There's a number, of just spirits, craft spirits companies coming out of here. Another really good idea is ciders. We keep talking about that. I know ciders, craft ciders are blowing up. I mean, and again, it's probably not that you haven't thought about these things, I think shows like this can bring those types of things to fruition. And I mean, there's just so many opportunities. I mean, clearly, it's not like we're going to solve, all of the obvious right here and now. But yeah, I mean, again, back to the original point about BroBasket, I feel like you've obviously set it up, and I know for the audience now, if you go to their website, brobasket.com, they do have a customizable section where you can.
That's actually another seller come actually a customized basket. So going back to your past question.
So, but at any rate, I just think that that's a really good approach. I mean, is that something that you guys have thought about? Because it sounds like you're just focused right now, on kind of the West Coast.
Is that his accountant back there just putting his feet up? Tax season's not over, dude. Get your feet down. Get back to those debits and credits.
No. So on your question, we actually are the exclusive online retailer for a local craft spirits company called Char Island Spirits. They make pretty good runs. They have a really good agave spirit. They can't call it tequila because it's not made in tequila, the part of Mexico. But they make some pretty good stuff. And we sell some of their stuff in their baskets, and we also offer them on a separate part of our website for them. It's Char Island Spirits. So we actually do that kind of stuff. And work with other, regional, local kind of people, but it's so much stuff going on. It's hard to get outside of people that sell stuff here, rather than try to get to all the other good people around the country.
Absolutely, and Gunnar, I don't know if you mentioned this, but he might be a good connection with Adam with Barrel Backers.
Barrel Backers, yeah. Earlier, I think it was last year, we spoke with Barrel Backers. I don't know if you've heard of them, but they do a subscription service. Well, it's like a beer club and or subscription service, and they're trying to specifically get beers that you can not get in certain areas. So more rare beers and more smaller distribution beers to be able to send them out to different areas.
That'd be awesome.
I mean, that might be a cool.
I'll do it to that.
Yeah, he would be a great addition to this whole March Madness bracket.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
We could do maybe BroBasket could be one of those soft sponsors of Craft Beer Blab. You never know. Once a month,
soft sponsor? We have hard sponsors on this one.
Hopefully not too soft.
Right? You never know. That's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, nice.
So Nicole, I know you were pretty hard and heavy on the whole BroBasket concept. Are you a believer?
Well, I did check out the website now, and I did see that they have like I actually put it in the chat. They have like a couple's basket that says Reese for a movie. I'm sorry.
Not the best seller. I'm going to say right now. It's not a great seller.
Talk to a couple. You got to talk to a couple. Grease is definitely not a couple movie. Maybe throw in some 50 Shades of Grey or something, maybe. But
I have a question. Do you do college theme BroBaskets? Because we have a Hoosier. We have a Hoosier in the peanut gallery, Mr. Tom.
Actually, we get a lot of special requests, and we try our best to fill those special requests. A lot of people want Yuengling beer. Unfortunately, you can't get it in California. So, I mean, that's why our number one request to beer is we can't get it. Sorry to break your heart. I've had it before. I know it's pretty good, so it's terrible. But I put together a pretty cool 21st birthday basket for somebody with sunglasses for the hangover, and Fireball to get drunk on, a flask when you run out. We put little notes in there and everything too. So we're pretty big on customizing stuff and making it kind of what you want if we can get the stuff.
Right. Nice.
Hey, there's another accountant. Hey. I didn't know accountants wear leather hats, but hey, where'd that come from?
There's no accountant there, so we don't know anything about that.
And you're obviously tuning in. Whereabouts in California are you tuning in from?
We're in Camarillo, which probably no one probably knows about. It's about 45 minutes north of LA, in Ventura County, which is, the county above LA County. So we're pretty close to LA, basically.
So how, if we're talking about shipping now, these Bro baskets, is it already everything in the basket? Because what if you have like stuff like breakable? Because I know you put glasses in there, you put liquor bottles. Do you have to wrap that up separately and then the person puts it in the basket?
No, that's one of our biggest challenges here is getting stuff to you that looks good and it's not broken. And so
one of the things can't get that to me, so I'm wondering how you do it.
we're pretty good at it by now, about packing stuff up and making sure it's secure, make sure it comes looking how we say it's going to look, unbroken, because people hate broken stuff. And there's some breaks, we send you out, whatever broke plus some more, right? This guy complained he got some broken chips, and so we sent him a whole box full of chips. I mean, we go above and beyond typically. So
I go to the grocery store and I get bags of broken chips.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we try our best. And then back in December, a lot of our domestic beers, we switched to using aluminum twist-off cans and stuff like that. So we just don't even ship the glass anymore.
Right.
Yes, I love it. We did a 40 ounce taste testing not too long ago. Would you be?
Yeah, King Cobra won, right?
Yeah, definitely. Mickey.
I thought the Mickey did.
Yeah, I think Mickey did.
Mickey's too classy to consider a 40.
Yeah.
It's like almost $3. Too expensive.
I think you think of a 40 ounce, or you think of a Mickey or an Old 80. That's the only thing I can think of.
Definitely. Little brass monkey gets they'll do like some Old English and some orange juice and some brass monkeys. Could be the brass monkey basket. You never know.
Yeah.
We've done all cans and baskets. I mean, so we're not above 40s.
Nice.
Yeah.
That would definitely be an idea.
Yeah. We could do like 40 ounces of freedom basket. We could do a brass monkey basket. There's a lot of cool ones we could do. So, I'm always open to ideas, Like I said, we can throw on the website. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't, Nothing to us.
Oh, yeah. That's great. Let's see.
I could try to think of some good names for a 40 basket.
Yeah.
That's what we
Send them on
need.
over.
That's what we need, some good naming ideas for some of the baskets.
Right, Dan K says with 40, it'll be a bro bucket.
Yeah, maybe broad baskets. We'll give you a kickback on that one if you use that for our next website.
So are all the baskets that kind of like nice wooden one, like you guys have those made, and then do you burn the stamp in there, that Bro basket stamp?
Those are custom made.
Very nice. I like them.
Yeah, of our own design.
Unfortunately, I would want to reuse that. And I wouldn't want to necessarily people see that Bro, so I would probably have to put the little A right there and make it a basket so everybody can see it.
We had a girl buy one for her girlfriend, and she requested that nothing say Bro on it, and we did that for her. We basically got one made that had no Bro basket stuff on it. So, like I said, we're big on extra requests and stuff like that, so we can make it happen. Just ask.
I like it.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think there's an opportunity here. Now, again, if folks are tune into the growbasket.com, there's a affiliate tab. And Nicole, this could be you. You could become, they might tweak the verbiage a little bit. It could be a bra basket affiliate, but I think they're slating it. You can earn 12% commission. I mean, that's pretty solid. You can do it for free. And I think they're saying it's like 12% of the sales, right? That it's like a kickback for,
right.
If you're on the phone.
No, yeah,
we pay our code as well.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's a pretty good affiliate deal right there.
I mean,
We do.
You never know. See, there you go. That could be our calling.
Mm-hmm.
Bro basket.
Oh, you're gonna come up with the jingle?
Yeah.
No, I won't. Actually, we're gonna need to leave that call. Red flag Dan or
Maybe I can go back and just write one right there.
I think we need to get you to do that right now on Blab. Go to the keyboard and you need to do
right now and write a jingle. I know that would be way too nervous. Actually, hold on a second because I think my husband can probably write the drum line right now. Wait.
I think we need a bro basket affiliate.
He's back in the studio right now. He's probably writing your drums right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's recording or not, so I had to get out of there real quick.
That's awesome.
All right, so we definitely need like a bro basket jingle. You never know, that could be worth more than a 12% commission. I think so.
I think we came up with one, but it wasn't safe for general public, so we scrap it.
All right, that's where we go off the air. Bro basket is the way to go. All right, sorry, no, that wasn't it. Never
That sounds a little familiar there.
Yeah, it sounds a little too.
That sounds a little bit too Manning.
Yeah.
No.
A little bit.
Really a stew, though.
A little bit too InBev right there. Or no, what is that? State Farm or something?
It is State Farm.
Probably. Yeah, exactly.
A good name, I don't know.
I'm serious, Nicole. I think you're in the limelight. You need to take advantage of that. You need to get jiggy on the keyboards. Let's hear it.
Get jiggy with it.
Yeah, I don't know about that now, Joe.
Basket intercepted. Nice. Okay.
You better be glad I even cammed up with no makeup after I just woke up from a nap.
Dude, I was afraid give you the window that you would like banned craft beer Blab. Like the sabers you were rattling today about making sure these guys were taking care of the ladies. I was like, whoa.
Oh gosh.
It's a flame.
Oh come on! I wouldn't have banned it. I can't believe I did a live Periscope from the brewery or whatever this weekend.
Oh, that was awesome! I caught that, by the way. Great play. I'm sorry. What was the name of that brewery again?
That one is Great Raft Brewing. It's in Shreveport, Louisiana. The guy that started it was actually an IT guy and a marketing executive. He's worked for Sirius XM Radio, AT&T. He lived in D.C. He's actually from Louisiana, though. He came back and did this brewery, and it looks absolutely beautiful. Like I said, like you could see, like they do like cornhole and like chess games and stuff like that in there with beer. The tasting room's really nice. Always have food trucks out. But I was on my knee scooter because I have a broken foot. So I'm trying to periscope on my knee scooter. And see my lovely, I don't know if you can see it.
Of course. Holy cats, dude.
Rolling around a beer tasting floor with a knee scooter trying to periscope is not pleasant.
Wow, that's brutal. No, they had.
You should mount a camera to your scooter.
Seriously?
A little GoPro?
Yeah, a little GoPro.
I thought about it.
That would be solid. Now, you were talking about an awesome limited beer they had that was brewed in the cask or barrel that I think is it Pappy Van Winkle was.
Yes, last year it was. Here, let me see. I've got the new bottle. One of the new bottles that I just got.
You realize you're gonna need to send us some cookies, guys, right?
Yeah.
Go to that
Joy.
Bad Joy, nice.
The 2015 was sold out pretty fast, and that was aged in Pappy Van Winkle barrels. This one was brewed in Heaven Hills bourbon barrels for 9 months, and the bottles were allocated to individuals because they sell out so fast.
Wow.
$15 a bottle, 4 bottles a piece. We got our full allocation because I took my husband to make sure that we got at least 8 bottles.
Where's this brewery out of?
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Shreveport, Louisiana.
Yeah. I don't have a southern accent. I'm from Philly, Philly area. So.
No, I went to New Orleans last year, and it was hard to find good beer. Nola Brewing, I didn't find that brewery there, but Nola Brewing was all right, I guess.
Not bad.
I drank High Life most of the time I was there because I couldn't find. I drank High Life most of the time I was there because there wasn't big craft breweries there.
Yeah, Abita's kind of big to be considered a craft brewery.
Purple Haze, man, you can't go wrong.
Purple Haze. Nice.
Nola's not bad, and Bayou Teche is not too bad. But yeah, it's. I don't really drink too much beer when I go to New Orleans, but that's my problem, and that's why I have a broken foot because I was down there for Mardi Gras.
I just forgot everything.
Wait, I keep losing a little bit. Jonah, and I lost Jonah's picture.
Oh, he's still here for me. Yeah.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, look, you put up the link for Great Raft Beer. Oh, they have a saison that you would love, Gunner. I think it was. You'll have to look on the website. I think it's called like Out of the Barn or something like that. I just tried it this weekend because it is Lent, but you do get one day out of the week that you don't fast. So that's why I could drink.
Because you get that much drunker because you've been fasting.
Exactly. So that's why I only had to get a flight.
Right. Well, on their website, so they have a Belgian saison with peaches, Depeche Mode.
No, that's a new one that they just made. I'm very interested in trying that.
Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, All My Tomorrows, hoppy
No,
saison?
something like in a barn or up in a barn.
I don't see that one, but
darn, they had it there at the tasting room, so it must be a newer one.
Right.
Is that accountant making jokes?
He is making jokes, not at your expense.
That's awesome.
Only inside jokes.
Accountants aren't supposed to be funny. They're supposed to be boring.
Accountant.
We're not supposed to wear shoes, but I digress.
It's a picture of my dinner at home. Come on.
It's a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
No, it was a picture of the dinner he's at home because he's here watching this go down.
I'm sorry, we're talking about beer, what bros
Right.
talking about, but you're worried about food. Go eat some of the chocolate that's in the baskets. There's your dinner.
Go steal some.
I already had a bag of beef jerky.
Yeah.
Chocolate. You'll be good.
Awesome.
It's all good.
So I take it none of you guys have ever been out to California for any of the breweries out here?
I haven't.
I only been once.
No, I've actually been to Morgan Hill. I've been to Santa Cruz. I've done a fair amount of mountain biking. Not a lot of craft beer consumption.
Really?
Well, I mean, if there's one place you can go, it's San Diego. It's the mecca of craft beer out here.
Right, exactly. Ballast Point, Stone, amongst others.
Amongst others, yes. It's I think more breweries per capita than most places in the United States. I want to say, but I could be wrong. I could be never on my butt, but a lot of good stuff out there.
I think there's something like 5 cities that are battling right now for that distinction because
technically Portland is, I think, but I mean, it's Oregon. No one else lives in Oregon besides Portland.
Well, and then every weekend there's a new brewery being opened somewhere. Up in the Twin Cities, they're trying to be a craft beer mecca, and so it's like every weekend we hear about there's a new brewery here, or so and so is opening a brewery. So, and I'm sure it's the same in San Diego and up in Oregon and Washington and some of the others.
I like how there's a fight to be the city with the most alcoholics.
Right? Yeah.
I want to be the beer mecca.
Yes.
I'm actually originally from Bakersfield. It's actually one of the drunkest cities in the United States. So, I mean, and they have only 2 breweries.
Dan's in Milwaukee. That's the place.
Right. Well, I think Wisconsin is they as far as beer per capita consumed, I think Wisconsin is the largest state for that. So I think he's onto something.
Well, then supply and demand, I'm going up there and I'm running a rehab. bet you I
But if you drink you have to drink like 3 times as many Coors Light as drink as you're drinking good beer.
Right. Well, see, that's the other thing.
I mean, let's face it.
No, yeah.
Love it.
So, what is your guys' typical agenda here?
What was that? I didn't catch it.
What's a typical agenda here? I mean, yeah.
Oh, typical agenda. We just
Yeah.
talk about stuff until we get drunk, and then eventually around 9 o'clock.
But I'm not getting drunk right now because it's lit.
Right.
So
You gotta
I
wait until
so I can be the sober one of the bunch.
right. The
Is he talking
designated
about, can I see his feet? Does he have feet? No shoes on?
have feet. Yeah, his feet are up. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I want a job where I can be barefoot.
It's Southern California. That's how
Yeah.
it is.
It's actually hot here right now. I mean, it's California. It's like 80 degrees still. I think in March.
I
So.
swear being a doctor is overrated. I want to be barefoot.
Right.
Plus, we're technically still at work right now. I mean, we're still working, and office beers are a must. Yeah. Yeah, we got a warehouse full of beer, basically, and alcohol. You got to try them.
Well, yeah, you got to sample them, and then you can't let them go bad either. So I mean, you got to keep the rotation going.
No.
Well,
Beer never goes bad around here. I'm going to tell you that.
Man, we need
So do you have do you have bulk contracts with people?
What do you mean?
Like normally like a restaurant would go to like a Sam's Club to get like a bunch of the candy to put in a basket or something. But like the amount of beer and wine that you have to buy, like do they make bulk discount for you?
No, I mean we were kind of limited to the beers that our distributors sell, and so it's having a liquor license like anybody else. Like we have a liquor license like a liquor store would have. So we are limited. I love to carry everything, but it's tough, and so we carry who Anheuser-Busch kind of sells, or who Cooler sells, or whatever, right? And then we actually are moving more because Stone Brewing, if you're familiar, they actually are a distributor, and they distribute a lot of good beers. Theirs included Modern Times, which I was drinking here earlier, as well as a plethora of San Diego, as well as well-known California, they actually do carry Russian River has plenty of other things like that. A lot of good breweries. I'll say the Oscar brewers that you're talking about earlier, and so we're trying to work in more of those kind of beers as far as craft beers go, and kind of get away from more macro breweries or whatever.
Right. No, well, and like I said earlier, we're having Oscar Blues on next week, so you may want to come back in then and talk to them, talk to Jonathan, and see if you
I like that deal as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, fan. One of my top players out there. You gotta love the camp.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of great opportunities, and I would imagine, for example, like you're already onto, you're always trying to talk to, individuals, companies, brewers that are doing different things. And I think that would be just, an excellent opportunity for you guys. And I mean, again, like we said before, but, we always, we always have other people that aren't involved with our businesses that give us great ideas. Like, oh, you guys should do this, you should do that. I mean, it certainly sounds like you're at pace to scale where it needs to be. And obviously, it sounds like you're very perceptive of the audience and the customers and what they're looking for. I mean, I think ultimately, the goal is, like you said, is it doesn't matter what the 4 people in these squares want. I think it's what your audience wants, and I think if you can continue to find those core pockets and niches of the types and styles of baskets that work, that can create volume. Obviously, bottom line, pay the bills. I think that's why we're all going to continue to be here. But I think that to Gunner's point, it would be a great opportunity to maybe connect you with Adam from Trailbackers. I think he'd be a great connection. Definitely think that John from Oscar Blue would be another great connection, or anything of that sort. I mean, there's so like you said, there's so many different opportunities for this product. So, folks, if you're watching this now or you're checking it on a replay, again, it's brobasket.com, and just an amazingly awesome idea. Without question, if you want to deliver a gift that is just over the top, get attention. Guys, obviously it's a no-brainer. You can drop your wives, your spouses, your fiancés, etc., your girlfriends, hints about what you're looking for that next special occasion. I think these guys have it on lockdown. I just want to give a couple quick shout-outs. I see some folks jumping in. I want to say hey to my good man D Sharp. Again, what is going on, Derek Sharp? Thanks so much for tuning in. I've been catching him on some Blabs throughout the week.
Yeah.
Don, good to see you. Tommy K's in the house. Red Flag Dan's in the house. What is up to Jeanette? Jeanette is on tip. What's going on? Mark Lee Sweden. Good to see you.
Sweden.
Sweden? Thank you.
Yep.
Paul Ligori. And of course, Nicole, again, obviously. Gunner, the host with the most, and our good friend Dan is in the house. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. Again, don't forget to tweet this out. You have friends or followers that are interested. Every night, you know where to find us. Johnny Belly, I'm your co-host. It's great to be with you, and Gunner. Again, it's just it's great to be involved with this. I really appreciate your time. And again, great audience, great show. It's been a lot of fun, and I've learned a lot. Cheers to you. Again, again, the champagne and beers. Good stuff indeed. You know where to find us every Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. And don't forget, also coming up this week on Bike Chat, we're going to be talking about fixed gear bikes. If you ever thought about trying or think about getting into it, that is 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Bike Chat. I will be hosting them, of course. Gunner will be my awesome co-host at the helm. So again, we're at the top of the hour. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you do have any additional questions for Bro Basket, they are at your beck and call. If not, be sure to give them a follow at Bro Basket. They would love to entertain any ideas or requests that you may have.
Great.
Oh, as always. Thanks for having me on, guys.
No problem. I just, when we were just talking about Oscar Blues, a thought came into my mind. I don't see anything on your site about like a mountain bike basket, but I was thinking Oscar Blues has a big tie-in with mountain bikes. You could have a mountain
Mike, our quote-unquote accountant, is a big mountain biker, so we definitely should get on top of that.
Yeah, see? You could have mountain bike grips and gloves and Oscar Blues gear. I'm sure we could even get something else in there, but
Fat Tire has a bike on the logo.
Yeah, not a mountain bike.
Yeah,
not a mountain bike. No.
It's not a bad idea. I like the idea.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's fun.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it is at the top of the hour, so I'm going to go ahead and stop recording, and we can go into the after show, and I'll stick around for as long as I can. Again, I do thank you for coming on to the show and talking about Bro Basket. I do enjoy the idea. Like I said, I was a little nervous, especially with Nicole being a regular guest, of having something specifically targeted towards the bros. But I think you guys have a great product, and it sounds like you guys are doing great and are on the right track. So,
yeah, thanks for having me. And you guys have a cool podcast here, and I'm glad I could join you.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
And again, it's a no stress environment, so glad you were able to partake. I'm really glad we got to see your coworkers' feet. That's awesome. I don't think I've ever had.
Please paint your toes, Mr. Accountant, the next time.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe his feet can make a cameo on the next one.
Oh, yes. I'm not a feet person, but why not?
They're like kind of Fed Flintstone feet, so I don't know. We'll see them. Close.